So you just have to guard against that. You know, kanti in KZN, it's a different ball game. Uyahamba, uye mall, uthi uyangena lapha eLouis Vuitton noma eGucci laphana. Next thing usufile, yabona. So yeah, but you can't, honestly, on a more serious note, you cannot be scared to go out there. You can't, because at the end of the day, you can't be coddled for the rest of your life. It's impossible. Maybe comfort zone, we out there, will be uncomfortable so that you can be comfortable. It's very important.
Thank you, guys, go out there. Don't be scared.
Yeah, but just to jump in, the reason why I'm laughing, I've been there to the Northwest, so I know what's going on. Yeah, and it's kind of worse if you speak Zulu. Yeah, I will say it's worse if you speak
Don't
Zulu.
scare us, guys. Just give us the tactics on how to go.
We got nothing to be scared of. You just need to know that when you go there to work, and that's it. Don't start to provoke the surrounding, because we are far from home. So you behave. You don't provoke people at their own territory. Then you will have a simple life.
But also, to add on what Mercy is saying, be willing to learn. Be willing to learn people's languages, because ngiyakusuke guys eKZN ufike uye endaweni zabantu expect ukuthi bakhuluma isiZulu. Hawu le morasteni bakuthiwa ubuya isiTswana, ubuya isiTswana. Le nako ha ke moTswana nna. Mara ke bua isiTswana, and that's the thing. Mangifika problem. It's a huge thing. Languages abantu makuthiwa Afrikaans, fake Afrikaans lapha nalapha. You don't have to know Afrikaans thoroughly. It's not the apartheid era, no. But just know it a bit. Know it a bit, depending on isikolo kusona, because if you know Afrikaans here, you are able to get more opportunities, unfortunately.
Thank you. Andy, there is a question in the chat section. With regards to teaching English online, Mr. Kunani, can you elaborate on the websites and how can we apply?
Okay, the application process is pretty much simple and straightforward, but firstly, you must meet certain criteria. Firstly, you must have a bachelor's degree, but this is not the case with all institutions. There are some that will say you can come even when you're doing your final year, or even if you have a diploma, or even if you have another degree other than a degree in education. Secondly, you must have a teaching certificate, like I said, a TLF, and yes, a teacher record is not credible, so they don't accept it. Thirdly, you must have experience at least 1 year, but this is not the case with all institutions also. Fourthly, you must have a laptop with a webcam and a reliable internet connection. There is a way where they will be able to test if you do have a reliable internet connection. I've forgotten, but I think it's called internet something, where you go and they check your system if you do have reliable internet connection, the speed of your Wi-Fi or data if you're using data. And then the recruitment process, firstly, you'll go through a test. There will be a quiz online that you'll do. They will ask simple questions on grammar, simple questions on almost everything, especially given that you are teaching English. If you pass the test, and by the way, you must get at least 90. If you get 90, then you go through interview. They invite you for an interview. You go through an interview online. And if you pass an interview, then you'll be taken in for demonstrations. When you are demonstrating now, you are basically showing how you'll go about conducting your lessons. They're assessing if you have the skills necessary to teach and to manage your classroom, and how you'll deal with learners who have difficulties, because some schools, they work with learners with special needs. Some parents prefer not to take their kids to normal schools, so they take their kids to online schools. So you'll be working with learners who have certain challenges. So they're just assessing your ability to deal with all those kind of challenges. Now, getting into the question of applying the websites, there are so many online schools. But the popular ones is one. Preply is the popular. I'll write the list on the comment section. Preply is the popular one. Native Camp is the popular one. There's this other one. I'll to make things easy, I'll just write the list of at least 5 or up to 10, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. Thanks, Anile. Okay. Can we have questions from the people on the floor?
I have a question for my colleagues support.
Okay.
Yes. Is it a must to have experience? And if you do not have experience, does it disadvantage you in any how? Or to what extent does it disadvantage you if you do not have teaching experience? Because when I was applying as well, when I was looking for a job, I was not only looking for a job in South Africa, I was also looking for a job abroad. And there were a lot of recruiters that were saying you must have teaching experience. So is it a must? And if you don't, does it disadvantage you in any way? Thank you.
Okay, I will go first. With the recruit that I use, which is Teach Taiwan, they don't necessarily require you to have experience. But when you get here into Taiwan, some school, they will recognize your teaching experience, which will be beneficiary for you in terms of paying you. They will pay you more according to your experience. But some other schools, they don't necessarily look into your experience, and then they pay according to their paying rate and everything.
Okay.
Okay.
May I please ask a question?
There is a question. You will ask. There's a question, guys. People abroad. Medical conditions. What are requirements? Like, if someone is sick, they have a heart disease, are they allowed, or do they specifically check your conditions before they offer you the job?
Just to answer that, with me personally, it's my school was just really strict on medical, your medical check. Ne? Firstly, obviously you have to be off drugs. That's number one. Secondly, you can have like those minor conditions like maybe like acne, skin problems, but nothing significant, because they worried that if you get sick, obviously you're going to miss a lot of school time. And now they're paying you to be off of school. Yeah, boy, you're constantly sick, but they're still paying you. So they really, some school is not like teaching abroad in general. Yeah, but they were really adamant about that, because about for now, South Africa, they actually did a medical check once you arrive, and then they take you to their doctors, to their hospital. If you fail that medical check, then they immediately.
So now, can I just make a follow-up? Numpilo, Messi, you can respond as well. When you apply, is there a section maybe where they say you disclose your condition or your health conditions or what? Because now if I go to China and then
Okay, Buddha.
they take me to the doctor only when I arrive that side. Yes, I'm from South Africa. I know my condition.
Sorry.
Do I have to disclose first before going there? Or?
Yes.
Buddha.
With me. Oh no, go Mercy.
No, it's okay. You can finish up, Kailash.
With me, there's like an initial interview, and then there's a second interview with the school. With the school, they ask you to disclose everything. They ask you to disclose if you have any medical condition, and then they decide there and then if it's fits for you to actually proceed. Because with me, they paid for my flights, so they don't want to take that risk. It's a gamble. They pay for your flights, and then you get there, and then but then again, you could lie. That's why they make you go through the medical check once you arrive, and then if you fail after disclosing, it's at your cost to go back home. They're not gonna pay your flights.
Okay. Yes, Musa?
For me, before I even came here in Taiwan, or before I was even given a visa, I had to go to a hospital and then do a full medical checkup. And then they send them the report. They go through the reports before I was given the work permit to come this side. And then after every year here, you get like to go and do a full medical checkup just
Okay.
to check your health status and everything, even your physical fitness.
Okay. So, I hope your question is answered.
Yeah, bong.
Okay. Ogute, you had a question?
Yes. My colleagues are overseas. Is there anyone that's studying while they're working, like I'm a postgraduate studies? And if so, which university would you recommend? Because I think kubantu abafuna overseas, some of them wish to further their studies. So what would you advise?
I know of someone who's studying. Like me, personally, I'm not studying, but my friend Upesi, who is also from Ufunde UKZN, is studying. So currently, he was busy with his masters, and he's still studying with EUKZN. So it is possible.
Also, he's studying with UKZN.
Yes.
Okay.
Funda khona UKZN online.
Okay.
I mean, I'm currently with
Uh,
UNISA, online through UNISA. So it's possible.
Yeah, I also know someone who's studying with UNISA and also the UP, but I'm not studying myself, no.
No, I'm not.
There's no anyone.
I
Stop
think
sleeping on the bag.
But then the more you get educated, the more you get paid. We must stress that. Yes, the more you get educated, the more you get paid.
Okay,
Like I
guys.
think if Tatetla was to come here, maybe
Oh,
we'll
he'd
be
make a
earning
lot
like
of money. He'd have to
a
share.
fortune.
Yes.
Wait, guys.
About 100K.
Let's get the questions from the floor. Forget about me. I'm old, me. Guys, on the Stogozile, Anel, so me, Sanali. So, any question, guys, or comment? Ngobani, you had asked the question. Whether English only or other subjects.
Yeah, you can teach other subjects. Like myself, I'm teaching sports science, and then I'm also teaching creative art as well as English.
That's
And
more
then I
money.
also have a healthy education class. Yeah.
That's
So
more
it's
money.
not strictly.
Do they top up your salary more? So when you teach more subjects, or it's still part of your workload?
It's still part of your workload, and the workload here, guys, like it's not even something we can call a workload. Like, guys, here it's a long, boring vacation, I must say.
Okay, guys. Please send us everything. Send us everything so
Last
that we
one
can
from
join you in the holiday.
sorry, Ndadetla, last one from my side. Last question.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe in the absence of question, maybe to alleviate fear from those who are genuinely interested on embarking upon this journey, maybe I want to ask, are there any concerns in relation to legitimacy of all the schools that they find online? Now, let's say someone goes and search on Google, they're looking for an institution or a recruiter where they can apply, or a recruiter who can facilitate their application and recruitment process. Are there any scams perhaps or any concerns regarding the legitimacy? And if so, how do you ensure that the institution is legit? They are a legitimate school or they are a legitimate recruiting agency? Yeah, that's my question.
So to answer your ask, Andile, that's a very good question. It's a very relevant question because that's something I was also very skeptical of, as well as my parents. Firstly, what I would advise everybody who's interested in studying abroad, if anybody asks you to pay money up front, that's a big red flag. If anybody says, pay me money, I'm going to do this and this and this and this, pay me money, I'm going to do this and this and this and this, that's a big red flag. Secondly, Mina, what I did, there's a group in Facebook. Oh, you guys, there's a group on Facebook called South Africans in China. You would want to look at that, South Africans in China. So if ever you get an offer, Natsula manje na freeze. Am I still there? You guys
Yeah,
frozen?
you're still here. You're still here. We are listening.
South Africans in China, go to that group. If ever you get an offer, post there and ask who would say, I got an offer from this and this company. There's this and this agency or agent that has approached me. Is this company, is this website legitimate? And they'll tell you everything.
Thank you, Kai.
Just to add on what Kaye has said and to answer the question, Ebibuziwe, answer is yes, zikhona guys. Scams are here. I think I've heard of a situation of a guy who got stuck in Thailand because of scams. So my advice would be go into the groups, but also if you do have somebody that you know or you can see maybe is in that country you're interested in and that person is South African, try to sort of like ask that person for help. Somebody who's there now, it's okay, this person really is in Korea, or this person is in China. You can see what's into Yabo is legit. So ask them, ask their recruiters, just somebody who's there, easy.
Thank you, Nompilo. Oh, my computer is doing the dinosaur attitude. Anyone on the floor, guys? Luanda? Miriam, any question or comment? Also, guys, the local, the national, local. Okay, Miriam?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay. Andile and Obude, the issue of scams, how do they, like, because in Gauteng, some people, I saw some person said people should pay 80 rands for hand delivery of, like, I send you my electronic CV and then, and qualifications, and then I have to pay 80 rands to you to go and physical, what is it called? Physical, whatever. When you take it to the school, yeah. Is that a common thing?
No, there are opportunists who are using who are opportunistically using the fact that we are looking for jobs, who are desperate, and we cannot physically go to Gauteng or Limpopo to submit. So it's very popular. It's happening, and I've heard of it, especially on social media, where people are complaining about such scams, where someone would claim that they're helping you to submit your stuff. You give them 100 rand or 80 rand, but they do not submit. So it's very popular, and it's not easy to avoid such scams, because sometimes we give them our documents out of desperation. You really want to submit, you see that you fully qualify and you'd like to move from KZN. So it becomes very difficult sometimes. But I'll just tell my colleagues to be careful of such things. If it's possible for you to submit even by email, ask the school. I mean, where I'm currently working, they were not allowing email submissions, but I called and I asked if can I submit by an email, since I cannot physically come to Pretoria, and they allowed me, and I was the only one who submitted through an email. So just check with the school if they do allow you to submit through an email. And also there are other popular scams where people claim to be circuit managers, district managers. They say, give me this amount, then I will sort you out. Also, it's a scam. It's a scam, and I would condemn it, especially because even if it works for some, but it's still very wrong. We are promoting corruption or promoting it's very wrong. So I'd not advise people to do it. I know people have done it before. Some were scammed, some were not. I would not advise anyone to go through that route. As much as it works for some, maybe it may work for you too, but I've had more cases of people who are scammed than people who are actually helped. And even those who are helped, it's a very lengthy process, especially in this province, a very lengthy process. Maybe it works in other provinces, but I'd advise people not to resort to that.
So you guys,
Thank you.
how can you and Ogoshe assist if they are post that site, Rustenburg and in Gauteng? I saw a website, it's edu something. I will share it with the RAs, they will share it with the students. How can you guys assist? Let's say there are posts there that we don't see this side. How can you guys be of help?
Mina, since I got this site, I've been actively helping people who qualify. In actual fact, if I attend a meeting or a workshop in a certain school, maybe in Pretoria West or in Pretoria North or in Pretoria South, I always carry CVs of my close friends with me and I hand them over. And luckily, someone was employed through that procedure and they're now permanently employed. There was a new school opening in Pretoria North. They're working there now. So that's what I've been doing, actively helping where I can. But sometimes it becomes difficult because we also have a lot to do this side. But where we can, we definitely assist. And if they are post, especially in close or neighboring schools, we share that information and we assist where we can.
Okay.
And for me, on my side, number one, I was away from social media for like 3 years. So I wasn't even on Facebook. Right now, I just joined because of things that have to do with work. But I only share things when I know that they are going to take the person. I don't just take anything from any school, because with other schools, they just share any information, any vacancy, then they say, yeah, we need someone. Whereas they already know that they have someone that they are going to employ. So what I've been doing rather is that let's say there was a post, because yes, I was away from social media. So I would just go to Facebook or on Twitter and I would search for anyone that's looking for a job, specifically for English, because that's my major. So I would just send that person a DM, or I'd request them to send me a message on WhatsApp. I just share my number, because for me, when I share a vacancy, it's when I know that someone is going to get that job. Period. It's when I know that they are going to get it, and I would accommodate them. I'd accommodate them until they're okay. And yeah, that's what I would do.
Thank you so much, guys. I think we can take the whole day talking. It's a good initiative, I think, for us. The information that you guys have shared with us, I think, is very, very important. I know it's late there. Some of you need to be asleep. There are special people abroad. And Oguse and Andy, you guys are on break. You need to see your families. You need to be doing other things. If we don't have any questions from the floor, guys, I think from my side, I would like to thank you so much for the information that you have shared with us. And also, can you not get fed up of us? If in future we need you again, may you please avail yourself. And if there are other people in other countries or in other provinces, they can join us, so that at least we know we try by all means to tackle this problem of unemployment. If 2 or 3 people get employed through such initiatives, I think we would be doing a difference, guys. There's a question here from Saneli. So I kindly ask for Miss Ogutle's details, even an email address. It's okay. Or you guys can tell us your social handles so that they follow you. They can DM you if they need to DM you, and then you can give them all the information that they need. But I don't think you guys you just talk about stuff related to job hunting and everything. Don't go and start talking about other things. If you guys are comfortable with it, sharing your details with so that they can at least know, let's say ngithole post in of West, how do I get hold of Miss Pasha? If I get a job in South Korea, how do I get hold of Miss Villagas? But angeke becela imali. Guys, can you, Anil, I think when you are active on social media, maybe write on the chat section, how can they get hold of you? Nompilo has given her, or Anil has given his number. Nompilo has given her number. Okay.
Yeah, let me just.
Because I'm not active on socials, so I don't want anyone to write me and then I don't read it.
Yeah.
But guys, just to add one more thing before nje kuzokuvala. Ukuthi guys, wozani phesheya. Come abroad. That's all I can say.
The sooner
The
the
grass is
better.
greener. The grass is greener. Yeah, for me, if ngingathola umsebenzi South Africa, I am not going there. I am not going there. Come abroad. Ngisho ngifonelwa i-department ithi I must come back. I'm not going there.
Sooner
Guys,
the better, guys.
I left a permanent post.
I'm not coming back, Shem. Sorry.
yeah, plus we can see you guys are glowing. Someone like Ogutle said, in 10 minutes we are looking out. Ogutle said, Saneli, so if you came earlier, Ogutle, when she started, she said her parents wanted her to stay this side, but she has given them a degree, of which I think every parent is grateful of when we complete our degrees. But after the degree, the life is yours now. You need to tell them, let me go and drive life out there. And then if you give them money, they're gonna be happy. You know how parents are. You go to South Korea, like Nopil is saying, you give them 10K every month. They forget about you being away.
Okay.
Just
Just like Debs, on what you are saying, this issue of parents, I had the same issue. Like my mom and dad were just not for it. They were like, nope. What if they they steal you, you kidnapped and stuff like that. So because it's my life and I wanted to make it happen. So I searched for DXT. DXT did my things. I managed to cough up a 5,000 for my documents, fly to DXT, and then I showed them. I was like, "Hey guys, like I'm getting my visa. Like here's my reservation for the flight." Interview, they were there, and I was like, "I'm gone, and I'm here now."
And to add on what Usilumpilo is saying, may I please add something? Abazali vele, they will always be worried. But another thing, musukufuna ukuthi uthi, okay, you know what? It's fine. No, my parents, no, they'll have to suck it up. Whereas awunamali. Kumele mawuzothi abazali 1, 2, 3, 4. Because for me, I was modeling when I was quite a busy person at Adriat. Oh my word, I was very busy. I was modeling, so like he would know. So I had about 15 to 18,000 in my account as a student before Sebenza. So in as much as yes, my parents they did help, but the time saying delay, because I told them, I said, you know what, you don't have to lift a finger. I've got this. You don't have to do anything, So the moment you are responsible like that, they are going to give you that sort of allowance to say, okay, you know what, you can try. Just put in a foot. Let's see if you're going to get burnt. So yeah, like zamani, ungaqale uthi no. Umzali kumele ukuthi understand aka-understand umzali uyimele wena ungathi umzali kumele understand usadinga imali emzalini nathi also as abantwana kumele sibe fair kubazali sibe fair. It's a win-win situation. Siba-understande nathi bazosi-understanda sibamithe halfway singathi sibadala but singekho ready ukuthatha i-responsibility yobudala.
So if you don't have money, guys, usungazamana lapha kwi-retail ubuhlanganise nami ngangibambe kadokotela. And kadokotela, I was getting 4,000 rands. My 4,000 rands, I did my documents. Then DXT met me halfway. Then I was like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I-background kami siyabonakalisa ufuna ukulala manje uMesi. Siyabona.
No, Jimmy, imagine.
Nange wase-Chinese ne-background yase-China.
Only China. That's China.
Hayi,
China.
shame.
Boy, China.
Put my house. Hey guys,
Mina ngibakhombisa abroad nje kuphela.
thank you very much, guys. Like I said earlier, may you please avail yourselves again if we need you. The information you have shared, I think, is very, very important to some of us. It might help 2 or 3 people who attended this. Even those who didn't attend, I will share the recordings with the RAs, and they will share with the students who are interested in getting the information. Also, may you please, guys, send me those websites and the agencies. Then I will share with the students. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
No problem, Buddha. I'll share
Sorry,
with you like the email address for Teach Taiwan and the Phoenix Asia Group, which is a recruiting agents, and everything there is free, guys. No one will ask you to pay anything. You just submit your documents. That's it.
Someone is asking me, I should ask if foreigners are allowed then. Which countries in the Southern Africa? Are
Sorry?
Zimbabwean people allowed to apply?
Yeah, if you have the qualifications, yes.
Okay.
But
Definitely.
also, Debza, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna say this. If you want to come abroad, you must know the English because you are coming to teach English. I don't wanna lie. Because like we've had situations here where you find that a person has been fired from their school or they end up being mistreated, and that is simply because like they do not know the language. So when you come here, there's an expectation that you're here to teach English. So like in my school, I do grammar in other lessons. So if you cannot do that and you come here, uzohlupheka, bazokuhlukumeza.
That's
Even with the accent, in my school, they want the American accent. I want to say black American.
Tomele urole, yabo, more than okwamanje ngikhuluma my South African English, but when I'm at work, guys, I roll the tongue.
Ungathi apula. It's an accent.
Hey, yabona. Ungathi university, uthi nje university, from the university, yabo.
okay, guys. Sanelisa, you've got a question?
Yes, Mr. Nhlao, kahle kahle angazi noma ngingene ngephuthani la kodwa mina I'm currently in eHoward. So
Yeah.
ngizwa uthi uzosendela o-RA, mina angikho lapho.
Oh, God. How will I be able to send to you? Just look at my email on your UKZN email. Just type HLAO. LAO.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
All right. Guys, thank you very much. I don't know, we don't have time. Nice seeing all of you. Hopefully we'll see one another soon on a bigger platform. Maybe we might invite you physically when you are this side. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate you giving us your 3 hours or 2 hours, your 2 hours to talk to our students. And I hope they are grateful for the information that you guys have shared. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
That's everyone.
Nilale kahle lapho phesheya, guys.
Yes,
Nilale kahle South Africa.
Yeah, guys.
yeah.
Thank you.
Salute.